to my channel. If you're new here, hey, how you doing? My name is Mickey. I'm gonna be your neighborhood dabbler, and today we're gonna be doing a little 1-2. So sit down, get comfy. Y'all ain't gotta take no notes today because it's a special occasion, baby. It's a special occasion. We here to get lit, get hyped with the CEO. You feel me? So I just want to make it known it's my birthday weekend. Yes, thank you so much. We are going to be doing something completely different today. I know last week I said I wasn't going to be doing any more baking, but I lied. I definitely lied. But it's a special treat for a special occasion. So let's get lit. Today we're going to be back in the baking corner, and I'm going to be creating something very, very special to me. It's my birthday weekend, and every year for my birthday, I usually try to challenge myself and make a birthday cake for myself. Sometimes it might not be edible, other times it might look a mess, but it's more so in me. It's like a personal challenge to actually see what I can do and what I'm capable of. Y'all are in for a treat, no pun intended. It's gonna be a real good, cute show today. For this cake today, I've been really contemplating for the past couple of weeks, like, what am I going to do? Like, what kind of cake am I going to make for myself? I'm not picky, but I am. Like, I'm not really a sweets girl. I'm not even going to lie to you. And I also kind of wanted to try something that I've never tried before, like something that I don't usually go for, something that's kind of outside of the box for me. So I decided to go with a confetti cake. And I'm going to attempt to do a toasted marshmallow icing. I've never tried that before. I've never done a toasted anything icing. So we're gonna see. I love a good experiment. This is really cute, really nice. And it's really for fun. Like, it's no pressure in this, but I am putting a little bit of pressure on myself because I know that I want a cute cake. And I just want something that is really cute. Of course, something that's really yummy, and something I could say, you know, I did that. I did my thing. Before we go any further, guys, I need y'all to do me a couple of favors. Y'all already know what it is if you've been here before. If not, listen up. I need you to, first of all, take a pause, go like this video, go comment underneath this video, and then I also need you to press that subscribe button as well as cut on the post notifications for this channel. We are going to be doing a whole lot of new stuff moving forward, but I just want y'all to be in the know. I want y'all to lock in with your girl so that we can, you know, be on our best foot. Also, follow my Instagram page. This is a new page, just, you know, a little something new for the new year. Also, follow my baking page. Oh yeah, follow my TikTok. My TikTok is the same as my main Instagram handle. Now that we got all of that out of the way, we're gonna go ahead and hop into it, y'all. Make sure you lock in. If you have any feedback, you have something else you wanna see me do, drop it in the comments. Let me know some, okay? So let's go ahead and get started. You ready? You ready? Let's go! Alright, y'all, so I started out with my buttercream. I prepared everything the night before, and when I was ready to use it, I laid it on the counter and let it thaw out, and then put it in my mixer for about 2 minutes and let it get to a nice consistency. Same thing with my cake layers. I made them the night before, and then I froze them. When I was ready to use them, I let them sit on the counter for a few while I made my simple syrup. And then once I felt that they were like kind of thawed out, I went ahead and poured the simple syrup onto the layers so that they could be nice and moist as I stack them. So if you were here last week, we're going to do the same stacking procedure, just making sure that I have enough buttercream to cover each layer. I don't want it to be really skimpy in between, so I'm going to do like a couple of big scoops and then just see where that takes me as I spread it. The craziest thing to me is that I always make just enough buttercream to cover my cake. Like, I usually have little to none left over after I finish decorating, and it's just very crazy because what's the odds, you know? So once I finish stacking my layers, I add a generous layer of buttercream to the top, and then I try to work it into like the sides and start working it down the base of my cake. I want to put some dowels in, so after I have my top smoothed to a nice, like, preferred consistency, I'm gonna cut those, make sure they fit, and then slide them in before I continue
to ice the rest of my cake. Once all of my stabilizers are in, I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of my crumb coat. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I'm going to make it as sleek as possible just so that I can make sure that I'm holding the right shape and like making sure that this is what I want the base of my cake to look like, and it's going to hold the shape for the rest of my cake. So once my cake is done chilling, I'm going to go in with my final coat. This is literally the final coat of the cake. So I'm going to make sure that she's nice and thick, really smooth and sleek. If you see me taking out any clumps, that's the toasted marshmallow that I added in. And I just wanted to make sure, like I said, that my cake was smooth, and so I took out all of those chunks and I smoothed it down as much as I could. I used the bench scraper to make sure that it was nice and smooth, and then I filled in any gaps. This step is completely repetitive. Like, it's so repetitive, it kind of just gets a little boring to watch. So I shortened it for you guys. But like I said, I scraped it down a good few times, and then when I saw that it wasn't thick enough, I added more icing. And then like you don't have to do as much as I did. You can literally just do like one small layer. You can do as much or as little as you want. But I know I like a good cake to icing ratio, so I went in with a little bit more. Once I felt that the cake was thick enough, I went in with my bench scraper to smooth out any bumps. And then I went in with a hot spatula. This is me filling in more gaps because the bench scraper does take up some of the icing. But when you go in with the hot spatula, it will definitely smooth those out. But let's keep in mind we don't want any big gaps. So we add icing before we take it away, if that makes sense. So yes, we're going to do the hot spatula, but we want to make sure that there's more rather than less, because when you have less than what you need, you'll see your cake peeking through, and we don't want that. So we'd rather have a little bit more than less, okay? So now is the really fun part. When I started making the cake, like when I started building and assembling the layers, I didn't know what I was going to do as far as decoration. I just knew I wanted it to be real cutesy. I was going to do some color, but I got a little lazy. So I just decided to do the easy way of color by adding like sprinkles. It's not like color, but glitter is the perfect color to me. So yeah, I brought out my piping tips. I went in with a couple layers of sprinkles, a couple different kinds. I did some sand sprinkles. I think that's what they're called. And then I also did some sugar pearls, some silver ones and some white ones. And I kind of just freestyled a little bit. It took me probably about an hour to do this decorating process. But crazy enough, I shrunk it down to 4 minutes because I just feel like that's what y'all want. I know people don't want to, I mean, maybe some people do, but I don't necessarily want to watch people decorate one cake for hours, you know? Overall, it usually takes me about minimum 4 hours to do a cake like this. If I do everything in one day, it'll take me probably about 7. But yeah, this was very fun. I got really creative. Especially with this part, the cancer symbol, it was kind of tedious, but it was literally a spur of the moment thing, like how can I do this? And yeah, I did it. This is the message of the day. Just do it. Oh, Nike already said that, but I'm just saying, just try it. You know, you never know what you'll come up with if you don't try. So just try, and you might make a mistake like I did, but hey, that's what we got tweezers for, baby. Just push through, you know? It's always a fix to something, okay? And nothing is too hard as long as you put the effort in, okay? So anywho, yeah, this is what I came up with. I think it's really cute. It was very delicious. I would rate the flavor and the visual appearance a 10 out of 10 because I did my Thug Thizzle and it was amazing. But yeah, happy birthday to me. I'll see y'all back next week in the Chaotic Kitchen. Thanks for watching.